Okay, here we go, 25. Build the Terminator. So we're going to be assembling the right shoulder. Loads of instructions to do. And looks like super glue, screwing, and all sorts. Then we've got Minority Report, an article about that. Good film, if you get the chance. The history of gestural interfaces. Interesting. And next week's issue is some more plastic parts, another shoulder part, and we're going to be installing the right elbow. So watch out for that one. So let's see what we've got in this issue. So in this issue, we've got plastic sprue with various parts on it, a metal part, a spring, some screws, and another sprue with some plastic parts on. So let's crack on with the build. Okay, so I've gone ahead, cut this part and its back end off the sprue, and I've filed the edges off. So we simply need to get a toothpick, excuse me while, and I'll just chop the end off so it's not the pointy bit so much. And we add some super glue onto this spine part and also to the recess. So that all goes together. But I'll just glue this side, I think. And carefully, without getting glue all over your fingers, that part fits on like that, and that, once completed, will look like that. So that's the first stage done. Then we need to cut all the other parts off the sprue and file those down. So I'll do that off camera because it's quite boring, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've taken all those parts off the sprue and filed them down where they need to be. We need to bring this part in, and we're going to be step 5, I believe. We're going to be putting that part in here. Hang on a sec. And it looks like it will only go in one way. So we'll apply a little bit of glue onto that. And glue it in place. And once completed, that will look like that. Just make sure you've got the orientation of all these screw holes in the correct positions. So that's the first part in. And then we've got to identify the second part, which looks like this one. And that one fits up there. So we'll glue that one in place. It's always good to test fit these things. Then, once we've done that, move around to this one And according to the pictures, looks like that there's 2 tubes, and it's difficult to say which ones. Say that way, yeah. I think it can only go in that way anyway. So, a bit more with the old glue. That one's like that. Then moving round, this one is going to fit on this way. So we'll just pop a little bit of glue into there. Just need some more glue. These being glued into place, I think the plate will cover them anyway, but it's just so they don't fall out when you're assembling it later on in the stage. So that one goes there. So that's the orientation so far. And then this last one will go in there, I believe. Yep. So that assembly now looks like that. So that takes us up to stage 9. Then that has to be pointing north and south with those 2 big screws again. This is where it's going to get interesting. And then the spring will go in there. Like so. Then the metal plate from a previous issue will go over the top. That will get screwed in. So yeah, just need to make sure the orientation on this is correct first. So that will fit on there like that, and then we need to get a screw into it. And the screws are 6mm. So if we get one in, should be good to go. I'm going to probably do that off screen on my lap. Just bear with me. So that looks like that from that side, and then from the back side. So that's coming on, not too difficult. And then step 13, we need to take this off, this part, and then that gets glued onto the plate. So I'll just hold that for a second while that sets up. That's stage 13 done. Stage 14. So you have to align this 2 holes and a raised bit, and 2 holes and a hole, 3rd hole. And that should line up with that. And then all we got to do is get some screws in there. So once completed, that looks like that. That's all screwed in. Nice. And then all we've got to do is this part here fits into there. Let's just test fit it first before gluing. Okay. That's going to need a fair bit of glue. It's quite a loose fit. And that's the end of that issue. We still have this part spare that we'll use later on in another issue. and some spare screws. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's fairly quick and easy. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.